Greetings Multiverse, and I am here with my review of DC League of Super Pets. Yes, there is a new DC movie out this summer. Who could have believed it? Oh yes, we've got to wait to the end of the year for Black Adam and Shazam 2, to say nothing of the other actual live-action DC movies. But nonetheless, there is a movie that's out with the entire Justice League: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, Aquaman, freaking Green Lantern, and it's got Dwayne Johnson in it as well. And here's the best part, it's great. Yeah, that's my review in a nutshell. League of Super Pets is actually really, really good. I know there's a lot of people who are slightly iffy about it, including me. I don't think the trailers have been that great, I'm going to be honest. They've been very kid-orientated. They've not been that funny, basically. They've been kind of pushing it. It's really hard with animation to actually get comedy right. A lot of the times the animation and the dialogue is done separately, and they're not quite there yet. Different parts were being animated to completion before they've actually got the dialogue applied to them. So you'll often see the case where the dialogue has been taken from a completely different part of the film and put into someone's mouth in a particular scene, and it always looks jilted and odd and ruins the joke, because there's often a visual element to the joke. So that's one of the reasons why trailers, especially for animation, doesn't always work. League of Super Pets does. I really enjoyed it. There's a few moments where the jokes fell flat, but most of the time the jokes pretty much hit, and the rest of it is just fun. It's heartfelt, it's action-packed, it's got the entire DC, it's a very DC movie, it's a roller coaster ride. So much is going on, it's never boring. Absolutely never boring. It has a good story to tell, and I enjoyed it a lot. We will be getting into some spoilers. I'll try and keep this mostly spoiler free, but if I do mention any spoilers, I will try and talk about them. I will talk about the ending, however. At the end of this video, I will put a big warning light on the screen to say that I'm talking about the ending, and in particular, the post-credit scenes, which blew my mind and made me so happy. So I will be talking about them, but I will put a big warning light on the screen to let you know. But in general, I really love this movie. It's mostly about Krypto and Superman and his relationship, or their relationship, as best buddies. The beginning made me cry. It was so sweet. It really was. And there are just moments in this which are really quite sad and just generally lovely, as well as tragic. I did not expect that in this movie. I thought it was just going to be like a silly little kids movie, but no, it's a very much a DC movie, and it's a very much a funny DC movie. DC gets animated comedies right. This is always true. And I'm glad League of Super Pets doesn't break this cycle. We could do a Lego movie, but the Lego Batman movie and Teen Titans Go to the Movies have both been fantastic. And now there's this, and I enjoyed it a lot, and it was funny and well acted. There was a massive range of really talented voice actors in here. I think Kate McKinnon as the villain Lulu steals the show. I love the name, it's certainly another LL.
Superman. I am Lulu, and you will kneel before me, you piece of...
As a villain, she's absolutely perfect. Really, really is. Sort of like a Lex Luthor animal wannabe, but then sort of ups the game a little bit. It's so good. Lex Luthor is a major part of this, incidentally, as are the Justice League. It's mostly about Superman and, of course, the main animals, but it's good just to see a Superman movie. John Krasinski, Mr. Fantastic himself as Superman, and does a great job, as does Keanu Reeves as Batman, who is just spot on all the way.
That better be a licensed toy or I will freak out.
All of them are. Wonder Woman gets a lot of time as well. One point I have to absolutely point out. This cat. It's a kitten, and it's possibly the creepiest kitten I've ever seen. It's so good. This is one of my favourite scenes in the movie with this cat.
Oh.
Out of the way, cat child.
It's so funny. Even if it's just movie references all the way. Although I do love the turtle swearing. I don't know how they snuck in the turtle, whose name I can't remember, Merton, I think, just swearing all the time. They just censor it.
Am I?
But the storyline is really good as well, yeah. And I love seeing Jessica Cruz as Green Lantern. That just should be the way. They just need another female member of the team, so just make it Green Lantern. Make it what Jessica Cruz Green Lantern. It so makes sense. They're all great. These are the main characters of the movie. It has to be said, yeah. Apart from Lulu, the main villain. But this is the actual League of Super Pets. These are the 5 main characters here. They are all great. The pig is just the unstoppable fanboy or fangirl of the DC universe who just knows everything about DC. She's us, basically, so that's why I bring her best. Ace is great as just Kevin Hart, who just doesn't care about Crypto's nonsense. Crypto's the most accurate to the comics out of all of them. So good. And then there is the squirrel, who I did not get until the very end of the film, who I did not get who they were supposed to be, and I kind of geeked out. I kicked myself when I discovered who they were. One of my favourite characters in the DC universe, and I didn't understand until I had it literally spelled out in my face. I mean, I didn't realise his name until right at the very end. I've pretty much given the game away already, because there's only one squirrel in the entire DC universe, but yes, that was so cool. But yeah, the whole cast is great. They all work well. Crypto is the heart and soul of this movie, and him trying to get along with other people other than Superman. Him and Superman have this bond, but he is worried about Lois coming into it and sort of getting between him and Superman. He's worried that he's going to get replaced or rejected. Feels like it's totally natural for a dog. It really does. A little bit threatened, but also he does not in any way get on with other animals. My objection is to the lack of an actual hero cat, which was a bit annoying. The lack of Streaky the Super Cat kind of rankles me. But then Supergirl's not in this movie. Maybe she'll be in the sequel. I enjoyed really every part of this film. Again, some jokes fell flat, but when it hits, it really hits hard. It was so emotional. It really is. It's really quite sweet and sad in equal measure. I mean, look at that. That just melts your heart. It really does. There are lots of little scenes like this, and it does tug at the heartstrings quite a lot and tells a good story and has good character development. These are all important things for movies that I wasn't expecting from a League of Super Pets movie, but it's a lot of fun, and it's action-packed is another important matter here. It is a really fast-paced movie, really. It starts off a little bit slow and then just keeps on ramping up as soon as Lulu's plot keeps on escalating. It's really great. I was on the edge of my seat for the entire thing, and I really enjoyed it, and I was very happy to watch it, and I will happily see it again. Whether I'll see it in the cinema is another matter, but I will probably be watching it a lot in the future, because it was just so much fun. Right. Big spoiler warning across the screen. Yeah, full spoilers for the ending, or more specifically for the credit scenes. Yeah, okay, you guys have been warned. I considered doing this as a separate video, but no, we're going to go over, because there's nothing really to explain about the post-credit scenes. They're pretty obvious, but my god, they are fun. But yeah, okay, there are two credit scenes in League of Super Pets. Mid-credits one. The first one sets up a sequel, with Lulu and, full spoilers remember, Mercy Graves, who's kind of been crapped on for the entire running course of the movie, and suddenly saying, no, let's team up. Forget Lex. That's us team up, the people who's rejected, and that's a nice twist. Mercy is great in this film. I have to say, she's saying, why did you do that? She's just done with all of Lex's evil schemes by this point. She's not quite the suffering girlfriend, but she's certainly the suffering employee who, why is my boss doing this? This just makes no sense. You've gone mad with power at this point. Why are you doing this? And I love it. Looks like she's teaming up with Lulu, and what possibly could happen next, I don't know, but I am eager to get a sequel. But the final credit scene, The final post-credit scene does not really tease anything, but it's kind of the one we all expected and yet isn't. I was expecting some reference to it. It blew my mind, really. Dwayne Johnson, of course, is doing the voice of Crypto, and of course this year is also Black Adam in a DC movie. This year, this October, and these were supposed to come out sort of the same time. The post-credit scene of League of Super Pets makes reference to it and brings in Black Adam and a dog version of Black Adam. To have a full-on discussion about the nature of Black Adam as an anti-hero, and Crypto, voiced by Dwayne Johnson, sort of trying to deny it and saying, no, that doesn't make sense. You can't be an anti-hero. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. If you're an anti-hero, then you're a villain. Come on. This is Dwayne Johnson arguing against his other role while voicing Black Adam as well. He is the voice of Black Adam in this post-credit scene. I would say it blew my mind, but I just did not expect them to go this far. I expected a small reference up on the movie. I didn't expect a whole scene. And it was so good. It was so good. Especially to have Dwayne Johnson basically crap on, well, not so, just gently mock his other DC role this year, which he's been hyping about for years. So it's nicely self-deprecating. So it's nice to see them roll back a little bit of that with Dwayne Johnson doing the voices. Oh, I don't know if he does the Black Adam dog as well, but with some voice modulation maybe. It was so good. I laughed so hard. I really was geeking out in the cinema. I was really enjoying the entire movie, but that is the one moment where I went, apart from the reveal of the squirrel and who they are, where I absolutely lost it. I was laughing. I couldn't believe they went this far with the joke. It was so good. So good. So good. Right, okay, I loved League of Super Pets. I highly recommend it. It's another hit for DC animated comedy movies, or just DC animation in general. Always kicks ass, and I'm glad League of Super Pets does too. What do you guys think? It's out now in cinemas, the theatres. Have you seen it? Let me know in the comments below. Or on the Inside the Multiverse Discord server, which you'll find a link to in the description below. That's the DC podcast I'm a part of. It occurs every couple of weeks. It's got its own YouTube channel, which you'll also find a link to in the description below. Please like, share and subscribe. That all really helps me out. And check out other videos on DC Comics Gamer. Most recently, I got a review of Green Lantern Beware My Power, and also other DC animated movies I check out as quickly as I can, including the Teen Titans versus DC Superhero Girls movie, which is a lot more of a DC Superhero Girls movie, let's be honest. And for now, Multiverse, out.